Hey guys, Sensei here, and welcome to another Shadowlands beta video. So for this video, I'm going over Legendaries. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to have more focus on showing the effects, and I'm only going to show, for this one, I'm going to go over the Unholy and the General Legendaries. So I'm going to make them more detailed, and just focus on a smaller amount each video. So for the first Unholy Legendary, we have you and your minions gain 10% haste while you're inside your Death and Decay, and enemies damaged by your Death and Decay will have a chance to cower in place. So let's go ahead and try that one here. Pull these people, put a Death and Decay down. So as you can see, I have the extra 10% haste right now, and when they get damaged, there you go, right there, they cower in place for a small time. So that's pretty good. Great for AoE. You get more haste as long as you're standing in your Death and Decay, and you have a chance to, make them cower in fear for a little bit. So it's all around a pretty good legendary, I think, at least for AoE. Okay, now the next one is it reduces the runic power cost of Death Coil by 10. So normally it costs 40, and this would take it down to 30. And then also, Death Coil will increase the duration of Dark Transformation. So Dark Transformation normally will last 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and activate it now. So you see 15 seconds. I'm going to use Death Coil.
I must get closer.
So yeah, as you can see, it's not actually activating. So this will be, one of those. Well, I'll have to, yeah, because it. Oh, you know what? It does. Okay, never mind. Um, it does work. So it's just a UI thing. So yeah, as you can see, the duration that was showed went out, but um, it was still going. So the duration is increased by 2 seconds, but the your personal buff, it's not shown on your personal buff. It's shown on your minion. So that might be something that is a bug that I'll have to report, unless that's intentional to only show it on your minion. Anyway, go to the next one where your attacks have a chance to summon a super zombie that shambles forward and explodes, and it deals shadow damage and applies festering wound to 8 nearby enemies. So another pretty strong AoE one. So I'll go ahead and try doing that. I don't see a thing. It does say attacks. I don't know. It might not be. I might have to actually do, abilities. It doesn't say abilities, but yeah. So yeah, the problem is there's not like an
I require a
easy,
target.
way to do this because there aren't working training dummies around this area. But what's supposed to happen? Okay, there we go. See, exploding shambler comes out and then it puts a thing on there. So it's just, it has a low chance to happen, but it's a lot of damage and it puts festering wounds on the targets. Okay, and so the last unholy legendary we have is Dark Transformation. Also increases attack speed and damage of you and your monstrosity by 20%. So that's a potentially really strong single target legendary because your attack speed and your damage is increased, and because Unholy now their mastery affects their minions. They'll go ahead and do that, and you see, oh, that's Unholy pack. There we go, the frenzied monstrosity. So you see that can hit pretty hard.
I
Extra
must get
20%
closer.
attack speed and damage. So yeah, those are pretty strong legendaries. Like I really like where Unholy's legendaries are. Um, They all seem really good in just different situations. This one is a good AoE one, but also just good in general, even for single target because the extra haste. Um, but the one I just used, I would probably use that more in single target. And then we have um, keeping up Dark Transformation more is pretty good because of the duration. And really, when it comes to these legendaries, will kind of depend on the conduits and stuff with the soul binds because there might be some other things that have to go with your dark transformation. So getting that to be, stronger could be better. And of course, the this one is still good too, but it's more RNG and really probably only good in big AoE situations because it hits up to 8 nearby enemies. Okay, so now we're going to go to the general legendaries, and this one seems, I think, could be potentially really strong as well for Unholy, because Unholy, has always been strong for the diseases, and it causes Frost Fever, Blood Plague, and Virulent Plague to also apply the other two. So as an Unholy, we have Outbreak that gives Virulent Plague, and so when we do that, we'll also get Frost Fever and Blood Plague. So let's go ahead and show
I
you
am out
that.
of range.
So as you can see, it has both of them on there. So normally it just does this damage like 200 um, over time, and then when they die, it does more. And this is another. The Frost Fever actually does more damage per second.
Too far
And then let me
away.
just use it again. And so the Blood Plague, I'll just go read. Okay, yeah. See, it
I
just kills
must
them so
get
fast.
closer.
And then the Blood Plague is, yeah, it drains health from the target. So I think that could be a pretty strong legendary because again, especially when you have the diseases, as long as the like Ebb and Fever, for instance. Oh yeah, it's only Virulent Plague, so they did that. But so never mind about that. But still, the plagues, the Virulent Plague does a lot of damage over time, and you're just adding on extra, basically more than double the damage of your diseases, which is already the number one source of damage. So I definitely feel like that can definitely be strong. The other one is just increases the duration of anti-magic shield by 100%, and any damage it absorbs will heal you. So normally it's lasts for 5 seconds, and this it'll just depend on your level and all that. But right now 7,615 magic damage, and it prevents applications. Anti-magic shield's already good. That was a good one in Legion as well. So I put this on. Now it's the duration's increased. I don't know if it'll put it on there. Was it 5 seconds? Yeah, so it does show it on there, and then it'll also heal you. So yeah, doesn't seem to fully go because it's supposed to be 10 seconds. So that's another one I'm gonna have to uh, submit a bug report on because that one was not 10 seconds. It was like 6 seconds or something like that. So again, some of these are just not working as intended. Another reason why I'm doing these videos to try and show and see what needs to be fixed. Now the third one, Death Strike and Death Coil deals 10% increased damage and reduces the remaining cooldown of Death and Decay by 2 seconds. That could be potentially strong, especially because, well, one, it's increased damage, and Death and Decay can be pretty good, especially if you have the Covenant ability that changes Death and Decay. So I just will do this, and then so let me just attack one more. Yeah, see, show the cooldown there going down. So it just lets you get more Death and
I'm
Decays
out
out,
of
but it
range.
also makes your Death Coil, hit harder. So that's always good. And finally, for the last legendary here, we have for 3 seconds after casting Death Grip, you may cast the spell a second time without uh, cooldown. So basically, you can just use Death Grip twice as long as you use it within 3 seconds. So I'll go ahead and let's see here. I'll go ahead and Death Grip this guy, and then I can use it again. That buff there, but I was too slow. So you can see it doesn't get, but that buff on there was the Death Grip thing. But you only get 3 seconds, so it's not bad. I can't say that I would use that one most of the time over another one. Mostly because you just don't really get that much time to do it. But there are situations where getting a double grip could be useful as long as there are two priority targets you have to grip quickly. But yeah, so that's it. That's all for the general and the unholy legendaries. If you like the video and you like this more, a little bit more demonstration of the effects, then please let me know and give a like and subscribe for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching.